Okay, start, please.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, anyone? Vignesh? Itisham? Basit? Saad?
Yeah, I can go with it. Yes. Initially, what we have started from PMP fundamentals, in which we have covered. Here we have started like which type of projects and different types of project we have mentioned. Like there are two types: project and operation. In project, we have defined furthermore predictive and waterfall, and other one is iterative and adaptive, and third one is moving ahead, then there are some of the policies which organizations are there. On the right, we have business, some of the documents, which is the prerequisite of projects, business need assessment, which includes business case, business management plan, and project charter. In business case, we have tangible and intangible. Tangible are measurable like cost and PV, and they are the formulas which are we have used for calculation. Intangible, like we have brand and etc. Further moving ahead, after that we have initiated project charter, which has scope, schedule, cost, risk, stakeholder, procurement, customers, and these are also coming in. We can say triangle, which is known as triple constraints. Other than that, we have mentioned the project life cycle, in which initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and control and closing. Moving ahead, we have PMO office also, in which there are three types of PMOs. We can say which is directly, which is like instructing, supported, which is supporting throughout and check auditing and controlling is auditing and providing details. After that, there are some of the procedures which they are here follows, which includes OPAs and EF. OPAs include policy, procedure, templates, and procedure docs. EF are festival activities which we follow. Moving down.
Yeah, next one is stakeholders. Next one.
Anyone continue?
Vignesh?
For the stakeholders,
Okay, Basit. Okay,
I would just like to explain. First of all, we need to identify the stakeholders by conducting a one-on-one meeting with sponsor. The other thing is about focus group, 8 to 12 people on board. Third item, if more than 12 people is workshop, the product documents we need to consult. Then is about OPA and EF, and then categorizing about the stakeholder, how we need to categorize. We can categorize internal stakeholder, externals, upward, downwards, and the same level. Then we are prioritizing these stakeholders. Prioritizing, we are making based on the power interest graph, 3D modeling, and stakeholder cubes, and the series model. In the power interest graph, we are making 4 quadrants: high power, high influence. We need to manage them very closely. These are the coming stakeholders like CEO and the sponsor. The second quadrant is high power and low influence. We need to keep them satisfied. The participants are coming government and media, I believe. The third quadrant is coming low power and low influence, where we need to keep them on the watch list or monitor them, like kitchen and security staff. Then low power and high influence, we need to keep them informed all the time. We're considering competitor in this quadrant. 3D model or the stakeholder cube, we are making 3 patterns.
Small business must-haves for 2024 at number.
Please
Power,
continue.
interest, and power, interest, and any other one based on urgency or legitimacy. Salience model is having 3 factors: urgency, power, legitimacy. Then coming to the stakeholder engagement, we have an engagement matrix and engagement plan. Engagement matrix is having the 5 sections: unaware, neutral, risk, resistant, supportive, and the leading. Then is the stakeholder engagement plan, the desire, our target or the purpose to develop engagement plan is to bring the current level of interest to our desired level of interest.
Yeah, moving to next one is communication.
Next is a communication.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, next is a communication. So in the communication, we have 4 R's. 4 R's, the need of communication, to which right info has like right info to the at the right time and to the right people, and giving a right impact. These are four arts of communication, and we have types of communication where we have push communication, pull communication, and interactive communication. The pull communication is basically like push communication is somewhat equivalent to sending emails without any feedback. In the pull communication, we have websites and brochures where the others can be pulled into, and interactive is basically a two-way communication. And the mediums of communication like face-to-face is highly prioritized, and then next comes is video conference, and then next priority in the medium of communication is audio. So in the communication, we have communication management plans. Okay, next, proceed for project types.
Yeah. Next, anybody? Pratishan?
Yeah,
Vignesh?
I'll
Yeah.
go a little bit up. We have
Yes.
different project types. We have traditional or predictive waterfall project type, and then the agile and incremental. Can you go down or up maybe? We have other
Yeah.
types.
Iterative.
Iterative as well.
Yeah.
Going further, from agile, Scrum is the framework which is including in the PMI PM course. So Scrum have 5 ceremonies, 3 artifacts, and Scrum, the principal idea has to have a servant leadership leader for the Scrum, which is also the Scrum master. So 5 ceremonies are sprint planning, daily stand-up, sprint review, and at the end of the sprint, retrospective to gather the lesson learned register or receiving information from the team. During sprint review, what we are supposed to do is confirm according to the definition of done from the team perspective and the acceptance criteria from product owner perspective. If the product which is intended to be added into the I don't know, I'm missing something, increment, sorry. And if it is rejected, as per the process, product owner can update the backlog again, and product owner responsible for product grooming. Yes, sprint backlog I think is not there. Okay, let's go down a bit down. Yes. And agile we have different techniques for estimation of the work. We estimate in terms of ideal hours, affinity estimation, and we also use the Fibonacci series. For affinity estimation, we have 2 different techniques. We mentioned planning poker and wideband Delphi. Information radiators are the tools where we present or show the status of the project, which includes task board, Kanban, burn up and burn down charts. Burn up and burn down charts are different in a way that one chart shows how much work is done and how much work is remaining. A burn up chart is something that we show the cumulative work, and burn up chart is also mentioning if we receiving the additional request to be added into the backlog. It can be visible in burn up chart. Under the iterative project type, our target is to provide the MVP, and there may be multiple MVPs to deliver the full project scope.
And also the four values, 12 principles.
4 values and 12 principles. 4 values are one of the most important areas. I'm trying to remember it by my heart. Yes. Thank you.
Next one is the resource. Anyone? Anyone? Hello, Vignesh,
Okay.
Amar.
Yeah. Please can you go down?
Yes.
Yeah. So in resources, we have four type of resources. That's manpower, material, machine, and money. So in manpower, we have further categorization. We have resource management plan in which we first of all acquire resources, and in acquire resources, acquire, develop, manage, and control and release. So in acquire, we have team charter. In team charter, we have conflict management techniques in which we have five levels. The first one is problem solving, disagreement, and level three is contest and personal. Level four is crusade, and level five is world war. In this, we have our metrics as well. Interest and power metrics in which we have win-win situation, that is problem solving, the lose-lose, that is compromising and withdraw, the win-lose, that is force and directive, and the lose-win, that is smoothing. So after that, we have in develop, we have attachment ladder. There are five stages of attachment ladder. The first one is forming, norming, storming, performing, and adjourning. So the last one is adjourning. In the first one, forming, the project manager is normally not involved. But yes, after that, in all the stages, the project manager is involved. And after that, we have manage and control and release. So after that, on the other side, we can see there are some scene making methods. Scroll down, yeah. So decision-making methods are five: dictatorship, first of five, plurality, Roman voting, and anonymous. Then we have resource management tools, hierarchy, and metrics-based. In hierarchy, we have graphical flowcharts in top-down, and metric-based, we have RACI and RAM. So the RACI is responsible, accountable, concerned, and informed. And then we have the estimation techniques, the bottom-up, analogous, and parametric.
Next, we'll move to risk. Anyone? Vignesh? Or anybody?
We just started with risk actually. I'll just explain as and when it goes. I mean, we have two kinds. Risk are classified into negative risk, negative which is threat, and a positive which is opportunity. A risk will have a risk management plan. Risk management plan is based on the organization risk policy, risk attitude, risk threshold, risk appetite, and the risk tolerance of the organization. Further, it can be bifurcated into three different types of the risk attitude, in which organization can be a risk seeker, it can be neutral, or be risk averse. So yeah, and we are stuck in the time zone. We haven't completed, but still I can go
No,
ahead with it.
no. Once you haven't completed, so you cannot go for that. Okay.
Then,
Yeah.
let's take
So very well done. Good job by team one. Few improvements. We discussed in the start that you must have agreed roles and responsibility. Nobody knew who should do when. Right? This was what we agreed in the start, that each team member will do at least something. So when I share that, your team members 5 to 6, you should have decided, okay, this topic he will do, this topic he or she will do, this topic, right? As you are doing here, who can do it? Don't you think it would have been better that if you already decided, okay, just like we use RACI, or let's put RAM, he's responsible for this, he's responsible for this, he's responsible for this. It becomes more professional. The purpose of this exercise is so that you can work better and understand these things. Right? So team 2, I expect better from you. Otherwise, the mind map was very good. Risk could have been done, but otherwise the mind map was very good, very well explained. Everybody knew their content, which was very good thing. So Dipnesh, Edward, Sanan, Usman, Wakar Ali, your time starts now. 15-minute timer.
15 minutes, counting down.
Please share your mind map.
I couldn't find share your mind map in your...
Edward, I cannot hear you, man. I guess you are muted.
Yes, sorry. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, we didn't do really better than the first team that we didn't organize who we thought this is.
It's okay. Like you have time, you can even discuss. Okay, I will do this. You this. So that is what we called workaround, na? Right?
Yes.
Now for them it was an issue. For you it is a risk. All other
Exactly.
teams for that it's a risk. They already identified it. They should decide in the like, okay, I will do this. You will do this. You will do this. Sometimes you need to act like a directive leader, and you can do that. Okay, and I'm gonna do this. You are gonna do this. So that can work, don't you think?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so there's Osman who wanted to talk about agile. So guys who want to start with the fundamentals. Yeah.
Okay, Edward, I will start with fundamentals, and
Yes.
later on you can carry on, and then Sam and anyone else
Yep.
can take that. Okay, can you
Okay.
zoom in?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, in the fundamentals, we have EEF, in which we have PESTEL and PMIS. In the portfolio, we have program, project, and operations. Then we have projects. Projects, we have business need analysis. Then we have a, business case and benefit management analysis, which makes a project charter. In project charter, we have constraint like scope, schedule, cost, quality, procurement, etc. Then we have key stakeholders. Uh, in the OPAs, we have policies, template, procedures, and LLR. Uh, okay. That is just LLR. I do not remember. Okay. In the organization type, we have projectized, matrix organization, and functional organizations. In the matrix organizations, we have weak matrix, balanced matrix, and strong matrix. In the PMO, we have three types of project management office. One is supportive, controlling, and directives. In supporting, we have tools, techniques, and templates provided by the PMO. In the controlling, uh, we have tools, and we have the audit in that. In the directive, uh, PMO provides us daily, weekly task, as well as do the audit on a daily basis. Now, Edward, if you want to take
Yes.
stakeholders.
Yeah, I'll take stakeholders. So in stakeholders, we identify the stakeholders. So inside this, we have the stakeholder register. With stakeholder register, we categorize them, internal, external, and up and down. And also we prioritize. We're using power interest matrix, salience model, or stakeholder cube. As also, you can use also the tools and techniques like focus group, expert judgment, workshop, data analyst. We also, inside stakeholders, we do stakeholder engagement plan. Inside stakeholder engagement plan, we have stakeholder engagement matrix and engagement strategies. So this is for stakeholders. I'll continue for communication. Inside communication, we have a communication management plan. Inside the communication management plan, we have 4 R's. Types of communications: push, pull, interactive, modal, frequency, escalation process, and channels. So now Agile, Osman.
Okay, I will carry from here. So Agile, we have Agile framework, iterative and repeated framework. In which Agile we have, can you zoom in?
Yes, we're up or down? What do you want?
Up, from up.
Okay.
We have 4 values of Agile, 12 principle, and also Agile mindset. Then there are frameworks inside the Agile: Scrum, Lean, Kanban, Extreme Programming, Crystal, etc. Then in the Scrum, we have roles, 3 artifacts, and 5 subnies. 3 roles are product owner. He is also the voice of customer, who gets the requirement from the customer and groom the backlog, maintain the backlog. And Scrum Master is a servant leader and facilitator, remove the impediments for the team and facilitate the team. Team is self-organizing entity type. They are journalists,
specialist. Then there are three artifacts of Scrum: product backlog, product owners on the product backlog, and he prioritizes the stories, the requirements based on different techniques, priority laws, affinity estimation, lightweight estimation, and to build consensus, he can use voting and poker planning as well. And to prioritize, we have different techniques: Moscow, 100 points, Monopoly, etc. And then other artifacts is sprint backlog. We take out the prioritized stories for certain sprint from the product backlog and make a sprint backlog. Team, Scrum Master, and product owner all are present here. And then we have third artifact, product increment. Then we have 5 ceremonies of Scrum. First is sprint itself. We also discuss the team velocity, user stories, and story points. Team decide how much story points team is going to do in this in one sprint, and then sprint planning. We see the definition of ready. Then daily scrum. In daily scrum, we ask 3 questions: what we did yesterday, what we are going to do today, and is there any impediments or this. Also, we have information radiators to see our progress: task board, Kanban board, burn up charts, burn down charts. Then we go for sprint review. Uh, Customer check the product, verify the product. If he accept the product, it goes to product increment. If he reject, it goes back to the product backlog. Then we have sprint retrospective. It's a continuous self-improvement technique that we use at the end of every sprint. Then these other techniques we also can use under the framework of Agile, Kanban, Lean, XP, and Crystal. That's all.
Okay. So, okay, you want to continue for risk or I?
Okay, I will continue.
Yes, please.
Risk. First process is identifying risk. For the identify, we use different tool and techniques with expert judgment, focus group facilitation, and data analysis. Then we do the qualitative analysis, probability and impact metrics. We rate the risk according to their probability and metrics, and then we plan responses accordingly: proactive or reactive. In proactive, risk are two types: negative and positive opportunities and risks. For we have responses: avoid or exploit, mitigate or enhance, transfer or share, or escalate. Then in reactive, we accept and we make contingency plan for risks. In quantitative, after qualitative, we do quantitative if we want to do on some risk which has a monetary value. There are techniques for this: Monte Carlo influence diagram, tornado analysis, and CM tree, and then we calculate the expected monetary value. Then we also have a risk management plan. Risk response strategies are planned here according to organization's appetite and attitude. If organization is seeker, averse, or neutral. We also see the threshold of stakeholder and tolerance. Then issue are the thing that we have not any plan for.
Okay, thank you. So I will continue for team. So inside the team, we plan the resource. So we have the stages: acquire team, develop team, manage team, and release team. So we start with acquiring the team. We make a team charter, include the values, ground rules, conflict management. We have 5 levels of conflict. And after we go into physical, virtual, if we need to to be in the office or it's virtually if it's in another country, skills assessment and team assessment. So after develop team training, we training need assessment and we use document ladder stages. We have 5 stages with team. So it's forming, we make it RASI and RAM. After have solving stage, norming stage, performing, and after when the project is finished, it's adjourning. We also have providing training, outcome of training, meetings, and co-location. We also, in the management team, we have emotional intelligence. So inside emotional intelligence, we have self-awareness, self-management, social skills, empathy, and motivation. How we motivate the team. We have Maslow needs, McGregor XY, Hilbert theory of motivation theories, halo effect, expectancy theory, and McKellen theory. And also the management team, we have conflict management and after release team.
That's
That's
it.
it. We only
That's
did
it. Okay. So I really like how you guys did work around, right? When we discussed, you did not had plan, and you improve on it. So this is what project management is, right? So you don't have plan, you raise a change request, and you immediately work on them, right? Being adaptive, being agile, that is the name of the game, right? So team two, very well done. Team three, Adil, Kashif, Maria, Rahul, Ubaid, and Akib. Please, your time starts now. 15-minute timer.
15 minutes, counting down.
Can you please
Adil.
zoom? Yeah, can you
Yep.
please zoom?
Yep. Start from fundamental, please. Okay.
Yeah, we will start this with the fundamental. Fundamental, we have business value. Business value, we have tangible and intangible. In tangible, we have a business case, and intangible, we have a business management plan. Then we have a PMO, head offices, which is further categorized into three categories: supportive, controlling, and directive. Then we have organization types, which we have project-oriented organization, functional, and metrics. In functional organization, we have project expeditor, and here project manager do not have any power. In metrics, we have the strong, weak, and balanced metrics. In strong, project manager has more power. In weak, functional manager more power, and project coordinator have less power. In balanced, both project manager and functional manager have the equal power. So project sponsor final decision will be taken. Further, in fundamental, we have the OPAs. In OPAs, we have the policies, procedures, templates, and lesson learned. Then we have the EAF, called the PESTEL, political, economical, social, technological, legal, and environment. Then we have the PMIA system, project management information system. Then we have the organization strategies, which is further categorized into portfolio. In portfolio, we have the program, project, and operation. That's all from fundamental.
Yes, Abed, please. Yeah, with.
Yeah, can
okay,
you please zoom in a little bit here?
Okay, okay, please.
We should sit there. Okay, we have stakeholders. In stakeholders, we have stakeholders identification. So we have steps for this, which is interview sponsor, expert opinion, focus group. Then we have workshops, we have OPA, EEFs, and project documents. We have after identification, we categorize the stakeholders into internal, external, upward, downward, or same level. Then we prioritize them. We have different models: high, 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 low, 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 and low, high. This is the power and interest matrix. Then we have salience model, and we have a cube matrix as well. Then we have stakeholder engagement plan. And engagement plan, we have two things. One is called strategy, how we are going to deal with the stakeholders, and second is the engagement matrix, where we move the stakeholder from current status to the desired, which is like different, unaware, neutral, resistant, leading, supportive. And then at the end, we have a stakeholder register where we mention all the stakeholders. Go down. Communication, just zoom into communication. Okay, we have 4 hours of communication: right information at right time to right people to have a right impact. And then we have type of communication: pull, push, interactive. Push, no effort; pull, where we require some efforts; and interactive, which is like face-to-face or two-way communication. The communication model, we have a sender, which is sending information in encoded information and receiver is decoding it, and anything in between is called noise, and from receiver back to sender is called feedback, and then PMIS and communication. Next.
Team.
All right. I guess Kashi, you can proceed with teams.
Okay. Then we have a team charter. In the team charter, we have a conflict management strategy level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the one we have problem to solve, then disagreement and contest. And the fourth one is the fight, and the fifth one is a war. In conflict management strategy, we have a win-win, lose-lose, lose-win, and win-lose. And if we go with emotional intelligence, we have a self-aware, self-manage. We have a social skill, then we have empathy. In motivation, we have a theories, Maslow's theories, then Hasberg's theory, Michaelberg, then Maclellan theory, then Hollow effects, and extension theory. In the same time, we can have Tuckman ladder to this is the forming stage or storming stage, norming stage, and performing state, and we can say the adjourning. So after that, we have Agile. In Agile, we have 12 principle, 4 values and 12 principle. If we go with the Agile charter, we have at least one, like we have a sprint, and sprint, we have a sprint planning, and sprint planning, we have estimation. If we have daily stand up 15 minutes, what we have done, what we have to do, and what sort of problem we are facing, then we have a sprint review, then retrospective where we have all the information and the pendings. Then we could say the story point estimation technique. We have ideal hours, affinity estimation, we have a prognosis series, then we have a planning poker, wideband Delphi, lightweight estimation, and Moscow. So in the same time, you could see here Agile further distributed in a three parts. One is the Scrum Master, Product Owner, and third development team. Then three dedicated role have the three artifact. Next, we have a product backlog, then sprint backlog, and product increment. In the checklist, we find this acceptance criteria, definition of review, and definition of done. So in information radiator, we have a task board, we have a Kanban board, we have a burn-up chart, burn-down chart to see the status of activities. Here we will be going to the next is risk. Maria, you want to take this?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, please.
Yeah, so under risk, we spoke about risk register, where first we identify the risks and then we prioritize. Prioritization, we do a quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative, the options would be influence diagram, tornado, Monte Carlo analysis, and expect monetary value. We have risk management plan based on EF and PESEL. Risk matrix based on the probability of the risk and the impact that it has when risk has occurred. Risk response strategy, again, it talks about proactive risk response and reactive risk response. It's also categorized into positive risk and negative risk. Anything that has occurred will fall into the issue log. Yeah, we spoke about proactive and reactive risk response. Okay.
Want to go with the quality too?
Anybody wants to take this?
Yeah, I can go. Oh. Okay, so for the quality, we have the quality standards, the cost of quality and managing quality. So for the quality standards, like the quality tools, what we say is like benchmarking, control charts, which is the upper, lower, and the middle control levels. Then the check sheets, fishbone diagrams are there. Pareto analysis is there, scatter diagram, Deming cycle, and the Six Sigma. Then we come on to the cost quality. So cost quality, we have two categories of COC and CONS. The COC is the cost of conformance, and the other one is the cost of non-conformance. So within cost of conformance, we have three subparts, which is training, appraisal, and testing. And for the cost of non-conformance, we have like the money spent to avoid spent on failures is like to have internal and external work. So internal work would be to have rework, and external would be to have the warranty of the cost. Then we have the quality, the managing quality, under which we have to focus on the quality assurance, then the quality control, then the verified deliverables are given, client checks this, inspects this, and once it is accepted, then it is complete deliverables is done. If it is rejected, then there would be a kind of change order, change request that will be initiated. So yeah, for the procurement, okay, somebody wants to take off. Let me know if I can go with this.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. For procurement, we have different categories like the type of contracts that we have based on the scope, then the planning, execution, and the monitoring and control. So when you talk about the type of contracts, these are the fixed contracts, variable contracts, and time and material contracts. Under fixed contracts, we have the firm fixed price incentives, and the scope fixed economic price adjustment. Under variables, we have cost plus fixed fee reimbursement, cost plus incentive fees, and cost plus award fee. And for time and material contracts, it's like pay as you use it. And further to that, in the planning, we have the selection, the resource selection, and the procurement statement of work is there. And within the execution, there are many sub steps that needs to be followed. Is like the conduct of procurement, then the ESOW is sent to the seller. Then there's an advertisement, then the bid defense conference happens, and the proposals are sent by the vendors. There is a negotiation meetings happening. Here only the procurement department generally is involved in the cost discussion, not the PM. And once agreed upon, the contract is signed. And during the monitoring and the control phase, we have the deliverables inspections done. And once it is accepted, the payment is done and the procurement is closed. If it is rejected, then there are different scenarios where the first is win-win situation where we discuss this. Then the second is as per the contract. The third is that there is a mediator, and the fourth is court. If all about three are failed, then there is fourth step to go to court. Yeah, this is how the procurement is completed.
Okay, I'll be moving to the scope, schedule, and cost. In the scope, we have a requirement management plan. For that, we could have a workshop, focus group, OPA, prototype, EEF, or pastel, and then we have a context diagram. In scope management plan, we are referring to project scope statement, and under that, we could cover all the scope of work that requirements has reflected for that. Then we have a schedule, and schedule we have a WBS to further classify the scope of work, and then under the activities falling with the dependencies that start finish and finish to finish, and then start finish to start and start to start. And in the cost part, we have estimation, analog estimation, and bottom up estimation. Few other techniques also there. In integration and closing part, we have a predictive cycle for that, and we have a team management plan, quality, cost management, we have risk team management, schedule management, communication management plan, resource management, and change management. And similarly, we have all the document under that management plan, that we have a project charter, schedule, scope, and change management. This is how it is covered under the whole project management.
Okay, so all is done.
Yeah,
Okay, great job, team four. So very well articulated. Maybe they are using the extra time they have to complete their mind map, but whatever is it, that is called smart work, and they have better coordination as we are moving forward. So I'm really happy. I have to say that as we move from team one to team four, the teams are learning as we move. So batch 7, you are on rock. So last team, I guess it is the last team now, right? So Hamza, okay, Hamza, Imran, Naima, Shams. Okay, so your time starts now. 15-minute timer.
15 minutes, counting down.
Start with the fundamentals, PMP, project management, then we have organizations, then the functional organization, projectize and metrics. The metrics we have a weak, let's say a strong metrics, and then we have a project life cycle, which is the initiation, planning, executions, monitoring and control, and the control closing phase. The initiation we have a conception logs and everything. Then the planning we have a different 18 types of plans. In the initial basis we have a tangible, intangible resources, and then business case and business management plan. A project charter, we have different kind of project constraints, scope, cost, quality, procurement, and risk. And then we have a PMO office that is a different two types. There is a sportive, controlling, and directive. The factors affecting on the project is OPA. Then we have a policy, procedure, tools, and template lesson. And EEF, we have a pastoral and project management. MIS. That's all from the fundamentals. We go to stakeholder.
Okay, we'll go to stakeholder. Taking the charge now here, stakeholder. Anyone gets affected or affects the project is a stakeholder. Now we need to identify the stakeholders. We have three ways we can identify, categorize, and prioritize the stakeholders. In identification, we have several ways to identify the customers. We have a sponsor interview, stakeholders, sponsor interview, one-to-one, focus group, expert judgment, workshop, OPA, EF, and project documents. Coming to the categorization, we categorize the stakeholders. It's a upward, downward, and sideward. This is based on the power and the interest. And internal and external. External can be outside the organization. Then we need to prioritize the stakeholders, which we prioritize based on the three ways: power interest graph, stakeholder cube, and salience model. A stakeholder cube, power interest graph can be showed like low interest and high power, high interest, high power, and low power, low interest, and low power and high interest. So high power, low interest, we can keep informed. High power, high interest, we manage them closely, and low power, high interest, we keep them satisfied, like government bodies. And the watch list that keep watching is low interest and low power. Now coming to the portion of register. Register is a place where we register all after identification, categorization, prioritization. We enter into the stakeholder register. And stakeholder register has a list of a stakeholder, priority of stakeholders, and a stakeholder engagement plan. A stakeholder engagement plan can be further grouped into five. That five actually is the stakeholder engagement that is unaware. Unaware is a stakeholder who does not know about the projects or its impact. Then resistant stakeholder is aware about the project impact, but he resists the change. Neutral is neither he resists the change or he's not aware, he's never interfering in the impact also. Supporting stakeholder is aware about the project impact and supports the project. The last one is leading, where it is ideal from current level to desired level of the stakeholders, which is leading. Leading a stakeholder is aware about the project's impact and is actively involved throughout the projects. That's it from the stakeholder part. Thank you.
Then we coming back to the communication. There are 4R system, which is the right information to the right people, right time, and have a right impact. Then we have a different kind of communication type. The push communication, pull communication, and interactive communication. For pull communication, we use website and everything. Push communication, we use calls and everything. Interactive is the most favorite. And the communication management plan, we have a managed communication, complement communication, and update communication management plan for change. And then we have levels of information where we have raw data, which is converted into information, and then information converted into the report. And we have a communication channel formula, which is n into n minus 1 divided by 2. It's a probability which is communication formula which we use to find the number of channels we're using. Now coming to agile.
For agile, we have agile lifecycle. Agile basically includes 4 values, 12 principles. It comprises of 5 ceremonies, 3 artifacts, and 3 team members. For the 5 ceremonies, we have sprint planning, daily scrum, sprint review, retrospective. For daily scrum, it's basically a 15 minutes meeting where you have to discuss what was done yesterday, what will be done today, and if there are any issues being faced. For sprint planning, we basically come up with a roadmap, and the team decides how much time each activity or assign story points to each task that needs to be done. For sprint review, we have product demonstration, and we also see if what's the definition of check mark, the definition of done, and definition of ready. And then if the product is good, meets the criteria, it goes to the increment stage. For retrospective, we have the purpose of retrospective meeting is to set the stage. We gather the data, generate the insight, decide what to do, and close the sprint. It's basically to evaluate if there are any lessons that we don't want to repeat in the next time. For 3 artifacts, it's product backlog, sprint backlog, and product increment. The 3 roles in Agile comprises of product owner, scrum master, who's a servant leader, and then development team, which is the team performing task. Frequency of delivery could be single, multiple, or periodic, or iterative. For scope, it's typically either fixed or variable. When it's fixed, it's called planned or predictive, and when it's variable, it's incremental or iterative. We also have a couple of information radiators that we use in Agile to demonstrate how the work is progressing, which includes task board, Kanban board, burn up chart, and burn down chart. We can go to the next one.
Now coming to the team, once team is assigned, we make a team charter. Team charter consists of vision and values, ground rules, and conflict management. And once if a team is there, there is a possibility of conflicts. So conflict have there are 5 stages of conflict: problem to solve, disagreement, contrast, cruise, and war. And then we go to conflict management strategies. That is, first one is win-win, which is collaborative. Second one is win to lose, that is forceful. And low to lose win, which is accommodative, and lose-lose, which is compromising. Then in the team, there are we have to make decision making is there. And decision making has unanimity. Unanimity, if it is decision is made, majority, polarity, and then we have voting. Voting is further we do based on planning poker and fist of five. And the last one, decision making is dictatorship. Then in a team, we have to deal with emotional intelligence, which comprises of self-awareness, motivation, social skills, self-management, and empathy. Motivation has again 5 theories, that is Maslow theory, Herzberg theory, XY theory, McGregor theory, Holloway effect, and expectation theory. And then in the team building, we have Tuckman ladder, which has 5 stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Then under team, there is a documentation is there. In that, we make the resource calendar, RASI chart, and RAM. So this is all about teams.
Naima, you can move to this.
Yes. I think it's a little above. So for risk, we have different we have a process where we handle risk. First, we identify the risk. It could be positive impact, that means it's an opportunity, or it could be a negative impact.
First, we make risk management plan.
Yes.
First, we make, this is opposite of stakeholder topic. First, we make risk management plan and then we identify risk. Okay, please continue.
Okay. After we have identified, we need to prioritize the risk. We use a formula where it's probability into impact to understand how much the risk would impact. And like Sir Amr said, there has to be a risk management plan that includes all the details. We also have risk register that includes risk analysis, which is broken into two types: qualitative and quantitative. For quantitative, we have certain tools.
Naima, we need to stop here. Please, first we make a risk management plan that will only talk about the risk attitude. Is the organization risk seeker, risk averse, risk neutral, etc., etc.? That is a part of risk management plan. Go up, okay. Then uh, these risks which are identified, they become the part of risk register. For example, the column, that line that you guys have here, this line, okay, it should come here. Okay, it should come here. All the risks that are identified, they become the part of risk register. Then you analyze them, then you prioritize them. Okay, sister, clear?
Okay.
Please continue.
Okay. And then we have risk response, which is divided into proactive and reactive. For proactive, we handle it, either we avoid it immediately or exploit it. For reactive, we assign a risk owner. We have contingency reserves to be used in case of need. And we have a fallback strategy for the reactive risk. So those are basically issues that happen later on as the work on the project continues. We also have how people handle risk. It's risk seekers, risk averse, and then some team members are risk neutral. So that's how we categorize the risk attitudes.
Now, risk is finished. Thank you, Nama. Coming to quality, for quality, we have a quality management plan. And in the quality management plan, we set the quality standards. And in quality standards, we have benchmarking, check sheets, control charts, KPI, key performance indicators, fishbone diagram, Pareto chart, sampling, scatter diagram, Six Sigma, and DMAIC. Then we have a quality cost. In quality cost, or we can say cost of quality, there is cost of conformance, that is quality assurance, and quality control. Quality control is basically cost of non-conformance. It has three parts: internal, external, and CNC. Then that's all we can write in quality.
Okay, are you done?
Yes.
So, Upasna, when the people were sharing for last 1 hour, why you guys were not making? You could have made it. You played too much fair, right? But very well done. Batch 5 was very good. So, as we moved from batch 1 to batch 5, I love the coordination that you guys have done, right? Okay, now coming back to the mind maps, official mind maps, which I will be sharing with you. Of course, make the best mind maps, right? Okay, where is that? क्या बात है? Launchpad. Why I am unable to share this? पीछे हो जा. I'm unable to click on that. However, so the mind maps that we will be using, and we will be working into those mind maps. Okay, so those have been put in your tracker, right? They has been put in the link part. If you go that, there is a mind map for every single thing, right? There's a mind map for every single thing. You can look into that. That will helpful to you. Jinuman sir, one team left.
Yes, yes.
Oh
You forgot this home.
no, Hamza Latif, They were team five. They were team five.
Yes,
So
sir, we have.
because I know. Okay. So which team was yours?
Team 4.
So you should have stopped them when they were doing that. This is my turn. Na? Okay, 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 guys. That's okay. My bad. I'm sorry for that, but also your. Set a timer of 15 minutes. Okay, go ahead, please. Ji, please share. I cannot hear you guys. Naman, you are muted, brother.
Farhan?
Yes, sharing.
Farhan's screen is shared, but I cannot hear him speaking.
So now can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Please, can.
Yes. So, Mr. Tim, please explain fundamentals.
Yes, so starting from the fundamental, we looked at the can you scroll? Okay, so we looked at the types of organizations. We have three major types: the functional and the projectized. But the ones that are most common with most organizations is the matrix, and then we have three types: the weak, the strong, and then the balance, which is also the one that is more common. And then the next thing was to go to look at the positions, and we have the portfolio, and the portfolio basically involves programs. Programs are sets of similar projects. We also have projects, and then we have operations, which is when the project is completed and is transferred to the operations. And then within the programs, you can have projects, one, two, three, countless number of related projects. Then for us to actually start work, you need to have value, and that starts with the need as assessment. And that need assessment enables us to itemize those needs into tangible and intangible. With the tangible needs, the benefits are expected to be recorded in the business case, and then the tangible values are meant to be documented in the business case, and then with the non-tangible, we have the benefits management plan. And then going into the documents that we'll be using fundamentally, we have the OPAs, we have the EAFs, and so for the OPAs, we have templates, we have policies, we have tools and procedures, and then we also have the lesson notes. For the EAFs, we have the tester, we have the PMIS, I think we also have SWOT and analysis, which was not captured here. And for the project to actually start, we then need to have a project charter. And that project charter also contains a lot of information, primarily the triple constraints and other constraints, which we've captured here, only about 5. We have scope, schedule, cost, quality, and then risk. So the process then does is once you then have that project charter, which is the authority to actually commence the project, the next step is to begin to identify stakeholders. And primarily, that starts with the first paper that you have in your hands, the project charter. You then discuss with the owner of the project, who is the sponsor, that will then perhaps guide you to experts, and then you also begin to connect with focus group, set up workshops, and then we make use of the documents that we've already prepared, the OPS and the EEFs. And then when you have all of that information, you then begin to classify the stakeholders that you've identified. And in that classification process, you begin to categorize them sideways, that's people on your same level, internal or external or upward or downward. And having done that, you then prioritize them into into how we are going to begin to engage with them. In that prioritization, you have the interest and power matrix, and then you have the stakeholder cube and the salience. In the interest and power matrix, there are stakeholders that you need to manage, those that you need to to keep satisfied. That doesn't need to keep informed, and that just we just need to monitor. And then we have the stakeholder queue, then we have the silent mode. Moving straight on into the engagement. Having prioritized them, you don't need to strategize. How do you now choose to engage them based on the priority that you've already set, as I itemize the four major buckets in the PI matrix? And that then we then begin to form the stakeholder engagement matrix, where you have the unaware, the unaware, the resistant, the neutral, the supporter, and the leader. So the aim is to move the stakeholder from the current state to the desired state. And then once that is done, you then begin to move into, can you scroll please? You then begin to move into communication.
Communication,
So,
yes, Step. Osman Minhar, Noman Tariq, please explain communication.
Okay, scroll down a little bit. Scroll down a little. Okay. So in communication, what we have, first of all, we have 4 R's, like right information, right time, right people, and right impact. After that, we have W's. Who need to offer, why we need that, where we need to give information, and how do we proceed. And we have different types of information like push, pull, and interactive. Interactive, in the push, we have emails, we do bombardment. In the pull, we do on demand if we need any information, so we need to pull that. And interactive, we do two-side communication. This is a combination of push and pull. And we have communication model. In the communication model that we have, sender needs to import. Sender wants to import, he will send the information. The receiver side, he will decode it. And if any and when the receiver sends back the information, he will give the feedback. And noise, if it is not unable to understand communication, then it comes under the feedback. And we have diversity. In the diversity, we have cultural and political. Scroll down. Okay. And we have a resource. Okay.
Yes, please continue.
Okay, and we have a resource management plan. In the resource management plan, what we have in the team, it is, so in the team, what we do, make a resource management plan. In this, we first of all, how many types of resources we have: manpower, machinery, money, and material. But we discuss only manpower here. So basically, in the manpower, we have how to how to acquire a team, how to develop a team, how to manage a team, and how to control. So in how to acquire means what skill set we require. We interview them, and we do SWOT analysis of the team. And we have resource calendar. What the resource calendar does it? Resource calendar gives the when the resource will be available. And we have RAM and RASI. This is the basically RAM is basically who is responsible for the specific task. In the RASI, who is responsible, who is accountable, and to whom to consult, whom to inform. And we have document ladder. In the document ladder, we have different stages like forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. And we have motivation theories. The purpose of motivation theories is that here, so we have to, as a PM, you need to understand the team behavior, and you have to respond according to that, and you have to manage according to that. We have different theories, we analyze them. First of all, we have Maslow's theory, and we have McNeilis, and we have X and Y, and we have Hello, and we have expectancy theory, where someone has to expect something, then he will perform analysis. And we have team charter. In the team charter, what we have is we have first of all, we write ground rules, values, vision. And also we have conflicts management. Conflict management, in the conflict management, PM needs to first identify what is the conflict. Once it identified, then he needs to identify at which stage that conflict exists. So for that stages, he needs to identify. And according to that, he has to behave. So several stages like problem to solve, disagreement, contest, context, and the world war. So yeah, that's it. That's it for the result. Let's go ahead.
Yes, Krishna, please explain Agile.
Yeah, sure. So, so in Agile we have got 4 values and 12 principles, and Agile has also got ceremonies which are sprint planning, sprint, daily stand-up, review, and retrospective. So within review, we have got two types of things that we do as a demo, and based on the definition of done, whether we have achieved what is our goal for that particular sprint or not. And artifacts, we've got three: product backlog, a sprint backlog, and a product increment. And roles are the development team, Scrum Master, or the project manager, if it, Scrum and other agile methodology, and the product owner. So these are the three roles that we have got, and checklists, definition of ready, definition of done, and acceptance criteria are the three checklists used in agile. And information radiators, burn up chart, burn down chart, Kanban, and task board. So these are the four information radiators that are used to communicate what is the status of that project. And prioritization techniques. This is for prioritizing the backlog, the sprint backlog, or the product backlog. So one is the planning, poker, fist of five, monopoly, Fibonacci series, lightweight estimation techniques. So these are the various techniques that we have got. Um, this is talking about risk here. Okay. So moving on to the next thing is risk. So first is in order to have a risk register, so we need to identify the risk. And so risk, we have two different types of risk, which are positive and negative. Positive is looked as an opportunity, and negative is looked as a threat. And so in the risk management plan, once we list on all the risks, so we prioritize them based on the qualitative, um, and that's like very high, medium, and low number, which is given to that particular risk. And in quantitative, so we look at monetary value, yeah, monetary value, and we also look at the tornado analysis, influence diagram, Monte Carlo analysis, and decision tree to look at the types of risk that we have got. And in risk strategies, we have got proactive,
Krishna,
which is
Krishna,
sorry.
the same
Yes.
thing I said to Naima. You guys also put the same thing. If you look at the risk area, first we make risk management plan, right? First we make a risk management plan. Once the risk management plan is made, then we identify risk, right? If you look at the sequence, in your sequence it look like both activities are parallel, right? It's not like that. First, once the risk management plan is approved, you can say that since now you know it's a finish to start activity. Once risk management plan is approved by the sponsor, then you can start working into that, because risk management plan will define how the entire process will happen. Okay.
Right, sir.
Yeah, please update it. Okay, continue. Please continue. Uh, go back, continue from there.
There are two more things to say there. Okay. So there is strategies. So one is the proactive strategy to mitigate the risk, and one is the reactive, which is implementing the contingency plan or fallback plan. And so the next one is monitoring and control. In that monitoring and control stage, we audit and through risk review meetings and using the reserves and sharing the risk report. These are the ways that we manage the risk in this stage. So moving on to the next one.
Yes. So Tim, please explain quality.
Can you scroll?
Yeah. Okay. Uh, Quality. In quality, we have quality management plan, quality standards, cost of quality,
cost of conformance, and cost of non-conformance. In cost of conformance, uh, we have internal testing, and we have NDT and DT, and in non-conformance we have rework cost and guarantees cost. Then quality tools, we have audit, inspection, sampling, and Pareto analysis, histogram, scattered charts, and
Can you hear that?
Shobana.
Can you hear that? What does that mean? You are out of time, my brother.
Yes, sir.
You are out of time. 15 minutes are done.
You're right.
Okay.
Okay, you are out of time. So very well done. And yeah, I like batch 4. They were silent. Easily they were completing their mind map. Let the batch 5, team 5 do their job. And yeah, smartness. I like it.
We did earlier. Everyone can talk. We did earlier. We didn't add any one single point after that.
Okay. Then I'm giving extra credit to your smartness. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's exercise. Now you understand why I was.
Excuse me, sir.
Ji Farhan sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Ji Farhan.
You have put us in your assumption log actually. So
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You are right. You are right. You are right. Okay. So it was a interesting session. Now tell me. Now you understand why I love this session. It's not just once you make the session. That's a big exercise. But once you share it, it's a beautiful exercise. Right? So yeah. So tomorrow, make sure everybody's application is filled. At the sham, I gave you some feedback. You submitted the application, so I gave, or you said emailed me. I gave you some feedback. Please look at that. Everyone else whose application is not Hamza, how your application can be accepted? Show me. When your application get accepted, it will be on your PMI dashboard to pay. So if you submitted yesterday, I don't think so. It should take 5 days. But I had one, two students whose application got accepted in 1 hour, so it is also possible. However, moving forward, tomorrow we will have an amazing session. Tomorrow we will do question answers. What do you think? How many question answers we will do tomorrow? Any guess?
250.
250 you cannot do. We will do complete one mock. Okay, so probably, and I'll give you 4 hours complete to do the mock. So be ready, be what say, have proper sleep, right? Because and these mocks have you will never get. What mock I am giving you, you will not get in the entire training. This is only for this class. Okay, 4 hour question answer session without timer. Although 4 hour will be there, just to give you 4 hour, and we will have 2 to 3 persons maximum. No, it cannot be recorded. The reason is that it will be exam. This mock will also come. No, this will be recorded. No, it will not be. Just like this Basit, it will be a breakout room. No? So you will be doing question yourself. You will be doing. I am not. Right? So you will be doing question in breakout room, discussing it, brainstorming it. So that's why only 2 people per breakout room. Okay. The purpose why it was designed in this way. Today you had a revision, so 80-90% you understand the things. Vignesh also send me a screenshot. I want to say or send in group, right? So that will be a very interesting exercise. 180 question answers, 4 hours, right? And of course, you will have time for 10 minutes break. I'll give you after 60 question, after 80 minutes, I'll end the breakout room. We'll have 10 minutes break. Then after, just like real exam. Okay, it will be a very beautiful exercise, but you need to be rested, prepared. I do recommend one thing. Before the tomorrow class, go through PMP booklet one time. Right, the small booklet. Where is that? It will take like 20 minutes to go through the entire booklet. My previous light is on. Okay, so just message me personally. No, it is not pinned. This those who haven't received, message me personally. I'll send you the booklet. Okay? Message me personally. I'll send you the booklet. I'll give it to you. You can. It's like 20 pages, entire summary of PMB. Okay? This will help you. Even you can read it 2 3 times before the class so that you are mentally prepared. So we will have this interesting session tomorrow. I hope you have enjoyed it. The PMP journey is just starting. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. Sat Sri Akal. Good morning, good evening, good night. Wherever you are, see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Same time, same location, same Zoom link. Bye bye.
Recording stopped.
So,
So this was my batch students, and we learned so much in that. If you want that, you can also join. Looking forward to help you towards your PMP. Bye bye.